You're a Kansas City guy. What's this like for you?
Nothing. Same old, another game. They asked me earlier about where was I getting recruited by Kansas or Kansas State, and I was at coming out of junior college, and I took an unofficial to Kansas, and Mangino introduced himself to me like 6 or 7 times because he couldn't remember who I was or what I was there for. So I kind of took them out the process. So, but no biggie. I mean, it's a couple players on there that I know of from high school, but not that I know. So that's another game.
So the coach just didn't know who you were?
Yeah, he just kept introducing himself over and over. He'd walk around the field, introduce himself, walk around the field. I'm just like, I just talked to you, man. So yeah, I was out of that Kansas boat.
He's not there then. Does that kind of stick with you?
Nah. But it's just a reason why Kansas will never,
Brandon, how about those quarterbacks? You were down to your third and sometimes fourth string quarterback Saturday, and they performed so well. Just your thoughts about how they did and, going forward, how confident you are in that position.
I've been saying all year to you guys that we're confident, the whole team is confident with any 3 of those guys back there playing for us at any point in the game. So it's no confidence builder because we all have confidence in those guys playing for us and at any point in time in the game or any point in time in the season. So,
do you think that, you have a running game now to fall back on when the passing game isn't necessarily working? I know there's a lot of wind. Is that different now versus last year? Would you have been able to fall back on that running game as comfortably then as you do now? Because it seems like the go-to system for you guys.
I'm not for sure. I thought we was just trying to figure out some things last year on the offensive wise. I think we're pretty much balanced this year and better this year. But I felt like we always had a run game, So I think our passing game is just coming along this year. So, but I think we're pretty much balanced. So.
Can Burkhead throw it around?
Yeah.
Can he?
Yeah, real good. We've seen him in practice a couple times.
See Pharrell?
Yeah. Burkhead.
Is it trick plays that he's?
Yeah, there's a couple, and just throwing the ball. Him and Mike McNeil can throw. Mike McNeil can throw too. Yeah, he can throw the ball too.
Yeah, how do you deal with the physical grind at this point in the season when you guys are late in the season? Not just the physical aspect of it, but how do you mentally prepare yourself just to deal with little injuries and hurts?
Just push through it. Let's push through it. We got to win, and we got to process, and we got a goal that we want to accomplish. So, just push through it.
Is it easier because you have so much to play for? Does that make that process a little easier?
Yeah, I guess you could say so. Yeah, we still got a goal, and it's still there out there in front of us to make. So.
Brandon, how is Rex viewed among his teammates? Just what kind of guy he is?
Very respected, very, very down-to-earth guy. Good, great to talk to, funny, everything. Great football player as well. So.
Does he get a little spring in his step when he knows he's going to run the Wildcat?
No, I don't think so. He's the same all the time. I was happy we put it in because I like seeing it at the bowl game last year, and when we put it in, I was excited about it because I like seeing him running. He's so professional at it, so like he's been running it all his life. So I always ask him, I always make jokes about it and stuff like that. But he looks amazing running it. So.
Did Kansas scoring all those points in the fourth quarter get you guys' attention?
Well, we were looking at the game, and we looked at the scores, and I looked up, and it was like 45-17, and then the next minute I looked up, it was like 52 to something. I'm like, how did they do that? But it's another game. It's another game. We're going to go out and prepare the same and go out and get our win. So.
Earlier in the year when you had you guys are such a huge favorite in South Dakota State, do you think maybe that learned a lesson because you guys are the biggest favorite in college football?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have in the wide receivers room, Coach Gilmer alluded to that and said something about that. So we're gonna go out and prepare like we've been preparing and keep the momentum and the ball rolling. And like I said, our goal is still out there to get. So.
Do you know who Turner Gill is?
Nah.
Have people told you who Turner Gill is?
Yeah, I've heard stuff about him. How he was a quarterback, maybe? Yeah, that's about it. That's all I know.
Have you got a chance to talk to Niles and how's he doing? Been taking a lot of heat from fans and stuff like that.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Confident guy, so he's fine.
roll off topic, you plan on getting any more of your former teammates from Fort Scott up here?
A lot of these guys there now I didn't play with. I know of Yoshi and Levante know them better than I do, so I don't really know them as well as they do. So, but I heard we was recruiting a couple of them, but that's all. I mean, I really don't know them that well. So.
Yoshi says you're the dad of all the guys.
I guess you could say so. He always think he's the oldest because he's the biggest, but that means nothing, you know. But yeah, I don't like to be like that, but just to show them the ropes and tell them what needs to be done to get you, you know. So I'm still learning as well, you know. But just making a junior college to Division I, you know, transition. So
take advice from you.
Yeah. Yoshi think he know everything sometimes, but he listens.
How hard is that to go from a junior college to a college, you know, to here, you know, the change in scenery, academics, it must be difficult.
Yeah, it was very hard. It was very hard. Playbook, speed of the game, like you said, schedule-wise and studies and stuff, it was. But when the biggest thing is just getting comfortable and getting a schedule and planning things out. And when you do that, it's fine, you know, and everything else falls into place.
Brandon, you were just talking about the grind and staying physically fit or whatever, healthy. Is your ankle still bothering you, or are you?
It's fine. It was my foot. It's fine. You know, it still bothers me at times, but it's fine. I mean, I'm still playing, and I'm, you know, full speed, so I'm all right.
Well, it's one of those things where it's probably not going to heal.
And it's nothing to cry about or whine about. So.
Brandon, as you guys close out this final month, I mean, how bad does this team want to get back to Dallas? As you can kind of start to see it in the mirror right now.
Bad. I mean, it's bad. I mean, and we don't want to jump ahead of anything because we still got a season to finish. But I just know that we want to get back to that title game again. So.
Did Texas give you any kind of lesson? Because I mean, you guys basically were looking forward to that game from the last time you played in the conference title game, and yet you ended up losing. Does that offer any kind of lesson in getting back to the conference title game and how to treat that, or
no? That was
another game.
No, it's just another game. That was a loss. It's in the past. It's flush. So.
Do you like when you go to the hurry-up offense, the no huddle?
Yeah. I mean, whatever we do, I'm fine with. I mean, and if it's going to help us win, absolutely fine with. So.
You want your picture on one of those play cards, or?
You said, what'd you say?
You want your picture on one?
Nah, I'm fine. Don't put me up there. I don't want to be up there.
Does that help though? Does that help pictures and the visualize the keep things moving like that?
Somewhat. Well, and with the plays being called, you kind of know the personnel too as well. So you don't need to look at the card as much. But when the play is called, you know what plays we run out of that, and we work on it all week, like the plays and our schemes and stuff. So when they call it, we know what it's out of. So we know who to be in there and who's not. So.
When did they start doing the pictures on the cards?
Probably last week.
Last week.
I think Missouri week, but we didn't have to use it Missouri week. So.
For how bad do you want to get back to Dallas? What were you thinking as you were looking at scores? You mentioned the Kansas score, seeing Missouri go down, seeing Oklahoma go down last week. What was going through your guys' minds when you saw all that?
Just crazy. I mean, it was just crazy, especially Kansas State score. But I mean, we want to get back there bad, but it's a process, and we still got 3 games left, and we can't jump ahead to that, you know. So we got to win out first and finish our goal before anything.